gave you the 10 commandments, Diddy gave you the 10 crack commandments. Y'all don't see the difference? You understand? Talking about vote or die. Do you know how many black people were killed on camera under the Obama administration?
No, you mean everything to Christ. And Christ means everything to me.
I called on the Lord. I said, "Man, Father, this is real. Will you watch over them? Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man with flesh. This is what you call for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they will follow the law, they doing it. You said under your house shine, they ought to love one another, and they doing it."
You know who was the head of that slogan, vote or die? It was Diddy. You understand? Like, it was P. Diddy. Brother Love. You understand? Puffy Combs was the one when they were trying to get Obama in office, saying vote or die. You understand? Is that why he beat Cassie? She didn't want to vote? He said vote or die. You ain't voting for Obama. That's why he came over there and abused that sister. You understand? This is what they do. They get sellouts amongst us. Woman beaters from us. The bottom of the barrel from us. You understand? That you think Diddy's such a great man. What? Because he put out Biggie Smalls? Biggie Smalls told our kids to sell crack. Biggie Smalls said, "Man, what you calling the police on me? I was just trying to feed my daughter. So my daughter gotta die so yours could live." That's what we learned from the white man. That's what we learned from them. That's what Diddy put out. You understand? God gave you the 10 commandments. Diddy gave you the 10 crack commandments. Y'all don't see the difference? You understand? Talking about vote or die. Do you know how many black people were killed on camera under the Obama administration? Who was in office when Eric Garner was choked to death? Who was in office when Tamir Rice was shot to death? You understand? We voted and we still died. Vote or die. Now you vote and you still gonna die. They still murdered us in the streets like animals. Voting does not save us. You understand? Like, who did the Chinese have to vote for to get Chinatown? When was the last time you see the Chinese governor? A Chinese mayor in New York City? Never. The Chinese, listen, when a Kai Gurley was murdered by an Asian cop, they didn't need a Chinese mayor to overturn that verdict. All they did was come together. And they overturned the guilty verdict. And they said, yeah, we know the Asian killed the Kai Gurley, but ain't that what white cops do? So you trying to use us as the scapegoat? Not today. And Asians all up and down the East Coast galvanized together. And they fought that verdict. In 2 weeks, Asians turned around and they had an anti-Asian hate bill. You understand? Like, I go to the Hamburg court, I see some Asians, I don't even want to play no more. I tussle with you, you protected. You understand? They gonna turn around, I'm a fight with Jackie Chan's nephew and they gonna lock me up for a hate crime. When they hate us. You understand? They feed us cat, rat, and dog and say it's chicken and beef. They don't love us. They give us the MSG. They give us the garbage. They give us the dog food. But they take care of their own. Ain't that what we supposed to do? You understand? And who did Asians have to vote for to get that done? You understand? What Asian politician came to their rescue? Man, not one of them. All they did was know who was wearing the same jersey. And that's what blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians got to do. We got to realize who's on our team. We got to realize we are on the same team. Because when we think that the whole human race is on the team, that's how Harlem gets gentrified. That's how Harlem becomes Soha. That's how Sylvia's gets bought by the Japanese. That's how Manna Soul Food gets bought by the Koreans. Again, we on Malcolm X Boulevard. How many black businesses is on this strip? Name them. How many? Maybe one? Maybe two? On 125th Street and Lenox? Yeah, all right. And you want to know why? Because we decided to turn everything over to them. Because we decided to give our spirit to them. Matter of fact, did you, hold on, where's Tazaiwan? Did you pull Isaiah 30 already? Yeah, pull it again. Give me Isaiah 30, pull it again. You want to talk about voting? Man, when did voting ever save us? I told you, Diddy said vote or die, and we still died. We still got murdered. I watched more black men get executed on camera than I've seen ISIS execute people. You understand? Like, there's something completely wrong here. It's like, this system is oppressing us. How do you join the system that oppresses you? That's like being in a horror movie and having Jason or Freddy chase you in your dreams, and then you crying asking for Freddy to help you. Freddy trying to kill you. You can't call on the person who's putting you to death to try to save you. That don't make no sense. They are our natural enemy. If you see a cheetah chasing a gazelle, the gazelle don't go try to find another cheetah to fight him off. That cheetah just gonna eat him. The gazelle runs from the cheetah. Ain't that the point? But we want to go join them. We join them, we want to integrate, then they come shoot up the schools. You understand? Only time there wasn't no school shootings was during COVID, because white people couldn't come outside to play no more. Now everybody's children could be safe because everybody's quarantined. Quarantine works. You understand? Segregation works. You know what failed? Integration. Do you know what the definition of insanity is? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Listen, I don't believe everything that Malcolm X said, but I listened to a debate from Malcolm X from the 70s, from the late 60s, and he talking about the same problems we got in 2024. What changed? What changed? What changed besides Pride Month? What changed? You understand? Listen, I don't agree with being gay, but they know how to fight for supremacy. They went from having a parade to a weekend to a week to a whole month. And it's longer than Black History Month. And it's in the same month as Juneteenth. They gonna turn Juneteenth to a gay pride parade next. You understand? Read what you got. Isaiah 30 and 1.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord.
And that's what we became. We became rebellious children to God. You understand? We don't like law and order. We like to break the rules. Black man, Hispanic man, you can't break the rules. You write graffiti, you go to jail. White man steals land and then carves his face into a mountain, and it's Mount Rushmore. You understand? They can graffiti the mountain. You steal a pair of socks, you go to jail. White man stole America from sea to shining sea. Read.
That take counsel, but not of me.
Now, we don't take counsel. You know what we go to? We go to Steve Harvey. We go to Steve Harvey to get relationship advice. Ain't he in his 5th marriage? Clearly, we cannot find out how to have a successful marriage if he's on his 5th marriage. Read.
And that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit.
When you decide to be a Democrat or a Republican, you covering yourself with a covering that's not of the Lord. Like, if I talk to any Christian, ain't everybody going to agree that America's Babylon? Ain't Christ coming back to destroy Babylon? I thought Babylon the Great, they said make America great again. Ain't this Babylon the Great? Isn't Babylon supposed to fall? And you think you're supposed to vote? You think you're what? You gonna choose the lesser of two evils? Let me hip everybody to something. Evil is evil. So if the choice is fentanyl or heroin, we supposed to choose the heroin because it's not as bad, it's not as potent as fentanyl. Man, we supposed to reject evil. We're not supposed to turn around and say, let's just choose the lesser of two evils. Why don't we choose God's righteousness? Why don't we do what he said? You know why? Because it's hard. You know why nobody wants to listen to the Israelites? Because we tell you, you have to stop smoking weed. You understand? And I know what it's like to self-medicate. I know what it's like to wake up in the morning and have to smoke before you go to work. You understand? Have to smoke when you get off from work. Have to smoke to go to sleep. You don't realize that's self-medicating? When you turn around and say, man, I wish I could stop smoking, but then I get so frustrated I might kill somebody. You don't understand that you can't face reality without a plant? That's what we became inside of America. I think we're stronger than a plant. I don't know about you. We got to be able to face reality. And the reality of the situation is that America does not love us.
That's right.
You understand? But Commander General Yohana and the ISUPK does. That's why we out here in 90-degree weather. You understand? That's why we out here talking to our people, our brothers and sisters.
That they may add sin to sin.
And that's what we do. We add sin to sin. We can't wait for a new white man to get in office so that this way we could kiss his ass. Come on, man. Ain't no other race got to do that. You ever notice they don't talk about the East Indian vote? They don't talk about the Chinese vote. They only talk about the black and the white vote. Why? Because they want us controlled and being codependent on this system. When Jesus Christ, the black man, comes back, ain't he going to burn Babylon down? Doesn't he want to destroy this system? So you going to vote for it? Read. Read.
That verse 2, that walk to go down into Egypt.
That walk to go down where?
Into Egypt.
Now, are we in Egypt? Nah, we in spiritual Egypt. You don't believe me? Come look at this sign. Move this 304 out the way real quick. You understand? You come look at this sign, you find out if we're in Egypt or not. They used to have an obelisk in Egypt. That's the Washington Monument. You understand? They had Ramesses who let the slaves go. One of the only presidents you ever gonna see sitting down is Abraham Lincoln. Why? Because he just like Ramesses. Ain't he signed the Emancipation Proclamation? They look at him like he let the slaves go. So all them presidents on them coins is facing one way, Abraham facing the other way. You understand? You take a look. We did bondage in Egypt, we did bondage in America. We dressed promiscuous in Egypt, we dress promiscuous inside of America. Why do you think there's an Egyptian pyramid on an American dollar bill? Don't you know there's American pyramids? Why ain't they using American pyramid? Because the rulers of this world are Freemasons. And the Freemasons are the rebuilders of the Temple of Horus. They believe in ancient Egypt. And guess what? If you vote, you believe in Egypt too. And that's why the Lord says, woe unto them who go down to Egypt for help. We ain't supposed to be looking at the same man who murders us for help. We're supposed to look towards each other. You understand? And that's what they always say, strength in numbers. But we divided on age, on sex, on color, on religion, everything imaginable. When every other race around the world, they work with each other no matter what. You understand? Let this noise pass. Like, y'all understand the #1 religion in India is Hinduism. And they got a god that looks just like them. The #1 religion in China is Buddhism. And Buddha looked just like them. You understand? #1 religion inside of America is Christianity. And they made Jesus look just like them. When in the Bible, it says he's black. But they said, nah, we gonna make him white. But I read the Bible and it said he had hair like wool. You know wool is nappy. And then it also said he had skin like bronze. What color is bronze? Bronze is brown. And then it took it a step further and said, although it burned in a furnace, which means it gets darker, it gets refined. Jesus Christ was a black man. But the white man gets your book, black man, and makes it his book. Gotta change it. Because he won't have no nigga God. Under ISUPK, under Commander Jerriano, we serve the nigga God. That's what we do. We don't serve Trump. We don't serve America. You understand? You can go to work. You can get your coins. You understand? But you do what the Asians do. The Asians come to this neighborhood. They open up shop. And then what do? They put the money back in the community. They take that money. They bring it home. Listen, you can go get you a real good job in corporate America. And then you know what you're supposed to do? Bring it home. We're supposed to build our own. But you know what we do? We get a basketball contract, we get a G-Wagon, and put a white woman in the front seat. You understand? We go build them up. We go take care of them. You understand? When black man, you ain't supposed to be with no white woman. How the hell you gonna go to work? You understand? Be a black or Hispanic, right? Nah, you right as hell, sis. You understand? How you gonna turn around? You understand? You gonna go to work, be called a nigga or a spick, and then come home and expect Becky with the good hair to understand that. When Becky ain't got the good hair. You understand? You got that 4C hair, you got that good hair. You understand me? Read.
And have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
And that's what you want to do. You know America has grown to so much heights. You understand that everything is in America's shadow. You want to trust in that shadow. You want to trust in the greatness of America when America's going to fall. Babylon is going to burn. We are right on the edge of the Third World War. You understand? Like they've been saying that the last days been around for 2,000 years. But let me tell you something, ain't none of these prophecies all been happening like they are right now. The Euphrates is drying up. Gog, Russia invented Magog, Ukraine. You understand? You got Hezbollah, you got all these different nations gearing up for war in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, in southern Jerusalem. You got wars and rumors of wars. Earthquakes in diverse places. And let me take it a step further. Hold where you at. Give me Revelations 11 and 8. How about I show you something else? Now remember earlier I told you this place was spiritually Egypt. Let me give you another sign y'all should be able to pay attention to. Read.
The book of Revelations, chapter 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
And that's us right now. We them dead bodies. We're in the valley of dry bones right now. We walking around, we think we're living, we think we're breathing, but we really spiritually dead out here. Read. (11 and 8). 11, 8.
And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. Now I broke down spiritually why it's called Egypt. Spiritually, why is it called Sodom? Because when that sister was happy that I said a black man should love a black woman, them two sodomites wanted to knock her hand down. Because spiritually we living in Sodom. Why do you think there's a Pride Month? And y'all remember what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? The Lord turned it to ash. You better realize what time it is. We better wake up as a people. We better grab a flyer and we better come together. I'm gonna give it back to the brother.